all saw last time, and Mike the usher would not stop talking about French New Wave. It blew my brains. They're melted. They came pouring out of my ear right here. So I need to deal with him. But I don't have time because I'm switching reels on the movies. So I think I need somebody to do my dirty work.
Meet Mitch Weaver.
Hey, that's my shirt.
In the game of life, he's losing his shirt.
Ah! You're not fit to wear this shirt.
Mitch can't hold a job.
You're fired.
You get a horse and live in the mountains someplace and don't bother anybody. Got a personality like a dead moth.
Mitch is no good at relationships.
I'm through wasting my life with you.
Note to self, making love to blow-up dolls, not as good as advertised.
Mitch lacks people skills.
Hey, that was really funny, sicking the cops on us like that.
I thought it was funny, but I'm surprised you guys did because you got your asses kicked.
I guess I showed you a thing or two about dirty work.
But there is one thing Mitch Weaver is good at.
You are the king of revenge.
We should open a revenge for hire business.
I think you boys can help me.
Okay, settle down, prostitutes. You each get $20, and this requires no sex. Whoa, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
No, it can't be.
I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life.
Lord knows I have.
Don't shoot this. This is not part of the commercial.
Is some jerk making your life miserable? You want revenge? Let us do your dirty work.
Norm Macdonald of Saturday Night Live.
Hey, I think he's got his thumb up that dog's.
Chevy Chase.
What happened to your foot?
When you owe a bookie a lot of money, and we say blows off one of your toes, you still owe him the money. Doesn't seem fair to me.
For anyone too weak to fight back.
We're in prison. You know what prisoners do to each other all the time?
All right, let's go.
You sure you don't want him to?
For anyone who's ever landed on the bottom. Your time has come.
You didn't count on my loyal army of prostitutes, did you?
Are you ready for some crazy rough sex? When I say let's go, you go.
Time you shut your cake hole, Yoko.
Hey, movie line.
How's that looking, baby? He was supposed to keep driving.
Dirty Work.
Dirty Work is a 1998 raunch comedy that could. It's rated PG-13, and there's a big controversy around this. The script was a hard R, but apparently the studio wanted it to be this kind of accessible to everyone PG-13 movie starring Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang. Now, we all know Artie now as the... I want to be nice to the guy because I'm a fan. As the down on his luck, might not make it to 2020 comedian. And he's one of those comedians that has decided that he's not going to be PC, and I appreciate that. I like comedy for comedy's sake. Norm has been saying some things we can't blame the drugs on. We just can't. But let's talk about Dirty Work. This movie is hilarious. It's Chris Farley's last film. He doesn't have any name in the credits. It's an uncredited cameo for Chris Farley. And it's probably some of his funnier work. Chevy Chase is in it. He's kind of... I'm not a big Chevy Chase fan, so I can't exactly be the guy to tell you whether or not his performance is something that is make or break the movie. Jack Warden's in it. Who plays the Artie Lang's character's father, and there's some revelations with that as we go along. It's very un-PC, very raunch comedy without actually breaking any lines because it doesn't have that hard R rating like it should. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest you go out and watch it. It should be pretty simple to find. Probably pretty cheap to find, too. There has been a little bit of talk about a sequel. Norm talked about it in an interview, but they are worried about Artie, and he's like the X factor with all of this. Artie Lang, the guy is in and out of jail. Don't know whether or not he's going to survive the next week. And you see him on shows like Crashing and stuff, and you see, oh my God, look how bad he looks. Like he did something with his nose. I'm not exactly sure what exactly that is. But it doesn't look good. And you feel bad for the guy because I used to listen to him on Stern and stuff like that. And you kind of you're rooting for him because he was so funny in Dirty Work. There's a 60-second static shot of Artie and Norm holding fish. They're just holding fish for absolutely no reason, and you just hear everything going on around them. You don't see anything, you just hear it, and it's like this really kind of cool thing, and I wish we could have seen more of that with the original script. By the way, this was directed by Bob Saget, yes, Mr. Danny Tanner himself from Full House. More and more you look into this guy's past, you realize that he's not Danny Tanner, and all these little mommies and little kids who are watching Full House, and then they watch, you know, Dirty Work, and they see what he did and what he could have done with a, you know, with the actual script, and what his role in Half Baked. Just proves that he's not a PG, family-friendly comedian. So, if you haven't seen Dirty Work, go see Dirty Work. I love this film. This film was nominated by one of my Patreon backers, Mark Shepard. If you are at the $10 or higher level, you can nominate a movie for me to talk about. So head over to patreon.com/Ron Pertee, and you can do that. Plus, there are tons of other perks to help this show moving along. They don't pay me much to change the reels back here. And if I see The Meg one more time, it's not a bad movie, but after the 15th viewing, you can only see giant sharks so much. So head over to MovieHouseWithRon.com for everything. That's the portal for all the social media. If you have something you want to say to me, you can hit the contact button, and maybe it'll show up on the program here. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time, where we start to creep into the horror.